Good fucking morning, god damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 8 of the Scottish Bodybuilding Podcast. Thank you to everyone who's been tuning in recently, spreading the good word. We are back live and direct in the Bulletproof Studios. It currently is 20 past 10 on Sunday morning. How is everyone feeling? Blair, you can kick this one off.
Well, on you go.
Well, I've had a bit of a fucking whirlwind of the last few days. It's been very exciting, but fuck me, I am fucking humped. I have had Thursday up to Inverness to have a look at Nick, which we'd kind of already pre-arranged. This will all make sense.
And for reference, Blair stays in Aberdeen and Inverness is what, a couple hours away?
2.5.
2.5, okay. So there's one 2.5 trip.
Well, technically it's 5 hours.
The best just buying a camper van at
I
this
was
point.
waiting for you to proceed and I was going to add the hours
Oh,
up.
sorry, right, okay. So yes, so
Motherfucker.
one 2.5 hour trip.
Cumulate hours.
Had a look at Nick, did a little like upper pump session with her. Took some photos and stuff with Luke. Luke came up, and that was class. It was a good day. Yeah, shout out Luke. Dedicated. Is it Dedicated Productions?
Dedicated.
Is it dedicated Productions?
Yeah.
Well
Either way,
done.
Luke Gordon, goat. And then back down to Aberdeen. Tally up, Taylor.
That's going to be another hour, 2.5 hours?
Yep. So that's
Is that
5 hours.
5 hours now?
Then on Friday,
Accumulating.
it was a trip to Wigan from Aberdeen, which is a grand total of 6.5 hours on my own in my car.
We're at 11 and a half hours now of travel.
Right, 11.5 hours of travel. And then, surprise, motherfuckers, Nick competed on Saturday, just jumped into a wee early show. We were going down already.
Just jumped into a wee early show. It's not really a wee early show. If it's the MK
classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Two Bros MK.
But, you know-
doesn't really get wee, but I mean,
I didn't even know
it's
it
a
5 minutes
baptism
ago.
of fire.
Yeah, it was, I was going down to the show anyway, because obviously to support Joe, right? Because,
For reference, Joanna, my fiancée, she was competing over the weekend.
yes, which
Joanna.
we will
Come on,
also
Joanna.
touch on, of course. So we were going down anyway. So I had a quick chat with Nick, and I was like, there's no pressure if we do this. Like, nobody knows. It's the only pressure that there will be is the pressure you put on yourself, which she put a lot on herself, as you would expect. But she went down, did masters, like novice figure, and then the
Excuse me.
Beg your pardon.
Calvin's just shit his
That's
pants
Hugo
for anyone
Boss.
that didn't see that.
How many coffees deep, brother?
Sprayed Hugo Boss in the car and just went right to the nostrils.
And then she did like the open figure class in the natural section of the show, which was also at the fucking back end of the day. And the show was about 2 hours behind. So she was on stage at about sort of 8:30, 9 o'clock.
That's crazy. How did you feel trying to keep her afloat over the course of the day and keep the physique alive?
Honestly, all I did all day was just like rice cakes, jam, peanut
Aye.
butter. Well, she's also a vegan, right? So I can't be like, oh, chicken and almond butter, bro. It doesn't really. I can't be like, yeah, pro fats, because with making vegan meals, it's a bit like
Aye.
you have to combine so many random fucking things to get it all together.
Aye.
So honestly, she's actually done macros the whole time, which I'm not super comfortable with. I prefer being in control of everything, but I trust Nick. I trust her judgment on foods. And when she came to me initially, she was being allowed to eat absolute fucking shite, like protein bars and jellies and shit. And I was like, get that to fuck immediately. So all the food sources were clean. They were whole foods. I created a list and we were like, this is an agreed upon list of foods that you can have. And then we just went with it. Her original show that she was planning for is not for another 3 weeks. But I just thought, I'm going to be there. She's in shape. She's in good enough shape to
She looks
compete.
great, man. I seen her in the olden days. She looks good.
But I'm going to bring her in way sharper for the next show. So
Can't be much more off the upper body.
it's just the legs,
Just
man.
the legs.
It's just the legs. It's because the legs are not as heavily muscled as the upper.
Aye.
The upper body's very, very good. The lower body's not quite to the same standard. So it just needs that little bit. You know what it's like. It just needs that little bit more digging. Do you know what I mean? So pull a good few more pounds off her for, and it's a different show, right? So it's two bros going into PCA. We know what PCA want. Right, they just want fucking condition. Aye, they just want fucking peeled. So
You should have seen this like Masters bikini athlete
Is
yesterday.
it
by the way.
Cal and Precision?
I have
no, it
idea.
wasn't one of his.
No.
I have no idea, man. But this
So peeled.
she was like, I think she was in the over 40s bikini potentially. And mate, she had shredded adductors. Her adductors were fucking.
And they were vascular as fuck.
I was like, what the fuck, man?
She was like And it's
It
a
wasn't
shame
rewarded.
because-
It wasn't rewarded
I
at
was
all.
about
It
to
wasn't
say.
rewarded at all.
Aye.
Like it was.
It
It
just
was
looked
too
nuts.
hard. It just looked grainy, man.
How
Yeah,
did
so
she
grainy.
place her?
She came second.
Out of
I
two.
believe that she did out of two. Yeah, out of two. Did she not do other classes as well?
She might have done another. Honestly, I lost track. of it.
I don't think she won at any classes, but she looked well.
But it's just a shame that she if she had a little bit more muscle and she did go into something like figure, like that level of condition.
No, she
where
was
you're-
huge.
bikini?
She was
Aye,
like,
dude,
she
she
was
was
like
bikini.
7
Was
foot
she?
tall.
Was
Aye.
she massive?
Yeah, she
Aye,
was like,
bro.
like Amazonian.
She was
I
like
need to
ducking
see
under
it.
the stage like she's
Oh,
like,
peg
hold on.
me.
Oh, fuck. Don't start. Let's not get into that this week. After last
Anyway, how's
week.
everyone's bowel movements been this year?
Yeah,
But by the way, that's all right. My bowels have not been good.
have they not?
I mean, I'm at the stage now, see, with just the food going in.
Deploy this energy.
I've actually got sent on the
I'm
car.
actually going to. Just know what I mean, I'm just looking at meals now and I'm like, oh God, how am I going to get through this? But I feel as though for the next 7-8 weeks, I think we should get in as a peptide GRP6, I believe it is.
Yep, just to crank things up a little bit.
Increase ghrelin. I'm feeling it anyway.
You tried manning the fuck up and just eating it.
50 milligrams of
That's what
triactin,
I'm doing,
potentially.
but if I can make it easier, I will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is when you have access
have
to
these
these
tools.
tools these days. I know,
Exactly, man.
Especially
Use
with like the.
There's no rules in bodybuilding, is there?
I generally do. I mean, on the subject of these kind of like taboo tools, I generally. Blaine and I were kind of talking about this the other day. Just in terms of the whole GLP-1 agonist and all that sort of stuff. And I know that there's going to be kind of two camps of people here. The kind of like spitting sawdust bodybuilders that are like, nah, bro, you got to suck it up and do this and do that. But
they're just bitter because they didn't have them access to them. Everyone would use them if they had them at the time.
I can imagine that
there's
when
no
Klein
way.
was initially introduced, you know, everyone was like, "Oh, you're cheating if you're using
Aye,
that."
everyone else is like, I'd rather just do an extra hour on the Stairmaster. It's like, fucking shut up. Like, if you've got these tools at your disposal and they're
100%,
going to
man.
help, why the fuck not? Like, it's like you said, there's no rules.
And assisted bodybuilding, do whatever the fuck you want to do, man.
There
Like,
is
let's be
definitely.
honest.
It's so
There's all those
weird.
statistics that load up when you're on stage, and it's like stack design. You know,
The judges all looking at what your
it's kinda like
protocol is.
-1 here.
It's kind of like the people that worry about their body weight when they're like, but I need to be below. And I'm like,
Body weight does not.
why?
Honestly, like you should. I mean, Joanna's a fine example. Like Jo hasn't really lost that much weight in the grand scheme of things. Granted, Joanna is very petite and small. She's 5 foot. But like you'd be shocked at how little's really came off of her in contrast to how much is and how much the physical shift
All of
has
us similar.
changed.
Because all is just a wee
recomposition.
thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's just a wee thing.
Aye, is she in like the 40s?
Yeah,
Aye,
yeah.
well,
She's been holding like between the 47s and 48s. I do think she probably needs to get down to like the 46s,
Aye.
if not like really kind of upper end 45s before you start to like
Yeah,
press in a bit.
Aye, aye.
Let's actually touch on that. Let's touch on her.
Yeah,
on
man.
her
So,
show day.
so Joanna was competing. What was yesterday, man? So Joanna last stepped on stage down in Maidenhead. What was 2 years ago at the Two Bros Natural Classic or whatever it was. I can't remember. And that was a total shambles in terms of the timing. I can remember Joey was on stage at 9:30, and there were still other classes to land thereafter. So I think they got at the venue at like 11, which was a total pain in the arse. The thing is, like, I understand that there's going to be little periods where the show's going to slow down, but like, come on to fuck judges. Just take like 10 minutes out your break, man. That's it. Like, or even just, why do you not have like a tag to like tag me in, bro?
Aye.
Like a rotation.
That's a shout, by the way.
I'm pretty
You
sure they
know,
do
that's a good
have
shout.
in seeing like I've heard this on like bro chat and shit. Like when Paul's judging, they'll have like different judges that come in and then swap other judges out. So like for male categories, female categories, whatever it is, like they'll switch judges in and out so that it's also the thing of like a judge's mind being a little bit more fresh.
Yeah.
I think that does make a difference.
100%.
Like if you can sit
let's be
looking
real.
at folk,
Yeah.
like a fucking walnut and a Johnny, right, all day, and you're looking at these folk all day. Eventually, you're going to just sit there and be like,
How many times have you looked over at the judging panel and have been sat there just like in a daze?
Yeah.
You see
Aye.
it every single show.
100%.
yeah, it happens
know?
every time, every
It's-
time.
There is. There's only, you can only keep
And it's
yourself
a shame
going
because
for
it's
so.
always like the female categories at the
Yeah.
back end of the
To be
day.
honest with you, they'd be better off doing like a Saturday, Sunday show and then doing
That's a show,
the men on a,
Ah,
on,
but then
on
they've
a
got to
Saturday.
pay for the venue for 2 days.
I
instead
know,
of
but
one.
then they're getting billed like it's like £1,000 for every hour they go over.
Figure honestly is one of my favorite classes.
100%
I
agree.
agree.
I'm
I
like,
completely agree.
I've got bodybuilding and maybe classic, but then after that for me it's figure. Like I think figure is
Men's
fucking.
physique.
So at the bottom of my list. But no, I just like I think I'm biased because of my relationship with Erin. Like obviously because I'm so
No,
close
no,
with Erin,
I
like
completely
I
agree. I think it's a freaky fucking class. It's so cool
I
to see,
remember.
man.
I remember.
I love the
So
blend
impressive.
of like muscularity and femininity. I think
it's
I
so
think it's
good,
a
man.
beautiful
It's so
class.
cool, man.
I remember being in Spain with Erin and just being like getting to watch it like hour by hour, like of her like physique changing and like
That's amazing.
I was just like, and you're right, like the balancing act between the femininity and the sort of muscularity and like I think it's such a good class.
And a lot of them nail that as well. A lot
I
of
actually
them
do
don't.
find women's physique as well. See if they get like diced in. It's
And they do
pretty
pretty much
mad.
for that class,
Then you got
don't
to
they?
like women's bodybuilding and you're like,
That's me.
no
Did you
offense,
see when I was
Sarah,
at the
it's not
Olympia?
for me. It's not for me.
See the Olympia after the Olympia at the Expo. Who is the women's bodybuilding?
It's like thingy
black girl.
chill. Blah, 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 blah,
Iris
blah,
Cow.
blah.
It's a,
No, Michelle.
Aye.
I know exactly who you mean though.
USA, isn't she? American.
They're all fucking American.
Yeah, I walked past her. Aye, they're true. I walked past her at the Expo and I was like, "What the fuck?"
You're like
I'll
Andrew Jack.
never-
Nice to meet you. I mean,
That's what it's like. You're like, what the fuck? I'm looking at her going, I'll never look like that. Like, I won't get to that, regardless of everything. If you want to take it,
One of the boys that I was competing against, or at least with the MK last time when I competed, was Ewan. Shout out to Ewan, you're the boy, bro. He had a woman competing, I believe her name was Lisa, and she was lovely, man.
oh, was that you and the big bald bearded boy? Aye, he's a big
Ewan.
lad.
Look, he's developed so much, by the way. He talks to himself like utter shit. Whenever I see him,
I know that feeling.
oh mate, it's horrible, man. Like I look at him and I'm thinking, you are fucking enormous. Man.
I think that works, but
You're
having an
so
element
bloody-
of that in
he
there, it
looks
pushes you.
frightening.
Absolutely,
Because you're
man.
like, I can't be shit. I need to keep going.
I think
I'm still shit.
I
Keep
do
going.
think
Do
you
know
have
what I mean?
that like that mid ground though.
That you can't, not to the point where it's doing detriment to
I mean,
you going
there's
into it.
nothing worse than someone who has like that's massive inflated ego, and in the politest way possible, if someone is telling me how they're going to elicit some damage and take home the overall before they even fucking stepped on stage, I'm going to think they're a ball bag straight
Is it
away,
just
man.
me, or is it the people with not the worst physiques, but like people who are maybe don't have the best physiques who are so confident in their abilities and cocky?
Shout out Chris Bain. I'm kidding on, Chris. I fucking love you.
You animal.
He is the most
But you
decorated
typically tend to
athlete.
see that, and I'm like, I could be doing a bit of that confidence because I look in the mirror in the morning. I know I'm not horrendous. I know I'm not that good either. I'm like, I fucking hate myself.
Do you know what's
Calvin
great?
is literally one of the biggest men's physique athletes in Scotland, if not the UK. I'm not even kidding.
I'll
You can't really gain an idea of the depth that you're possessing. See, when you get diced and neat.
appreciate that.
There was this men's physique boy yesterday. Dude, remember that? Right. So when we were in Palma, we went to Bessos Beach Club, right? And when we sat down, there was this couple that came beside us, and there was this gentleman. I don't know what his name was and what he was up to. Seemed a little bit rough around the edges. Seems like he had just fucking hands in multiple different pockets or multiple different pies, should I say?
Maybe pockets as well.
Pockets as well.
Pockets and pies.
But he was telling us how one of his mates is a competitor, and I can't remember his name, but he's a men's physique athlete, and I seen him, and dude, he's humongous.
Is he just
I've
ridiculous?
never again when I look at you for men's physique standards, you're right up there, right? But he was enormous. I was almost looking at that and saying that's too much because I remember saying that to you the other day. I was like, we need to just be mindful as well,
Well,
not to go
it's like
overboard.
Nathan's client. What, Kyle? Is it Kyle?
But see, I've seen Kyle, man, and
I
I see Kyle's closer to Calvin.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I think Kyle is like a classic
guy
physique
in shorts.
bodybuilder
Right.
that has a pair of shorts on.
He's ridiculous.
That's
so
like
he is.
getting ready for a
But
wee
he's-
holiday.
I've actually not seen what his lower is like.
Well, I mean, I saw him in
his
Sweden.
Crazy. So his low's really good.
His
so
lower
his-
is good.
You
He's
never
a
know.
fucking
They might just get that nudge.
I think
is
he's
it
really-
weight? Is it
I
the
don't
weight
know why
cap
he
that's
doesn't.
No, I don't even know.
No, I don't know.
If
No,
that's
because
an
his
issue.
classic weight cap would be higher. I think.
Yeah.
He looks awesome though. Like
It
his
looks
physique is
insane, man.
wicked.
It's like that.
But he almost does. It's weird because like you could probably throw him into a pro show and he wouldn't look out of place. But for some reason in the amateurs, they're like, you're too big.
Why did he do
But
that?
it's
I
like,
don't know.
And then you look at the Olympians and you're like, that is literally just a classic physique athlete. And
But then
so, like,
is men's physique going a different way when you look at who the Olympia
Ryan Terry.
champion is? Like, because Ryan Terry's not massive.
no, he's not. That's the way it should be. But see, when they were picking some of the athletes over him, like that's where there was a dispute coming in and going, well, hold on, what is men's physique then? Because these guys are just getting abnormally large, like genuinely classic.
I can't wait for fit body men to come out.
Fit body, fit body.
I'm
men.
hoping there's a class that comes out where I can wear a t-shirt and just have my legs out.
You have to go to India to do that, and then you have to get covered in dream
I
tan.
was about to say, do I not have to turn into the human Oscar to fucking get that done?
Yeah.
The dream tan.
Have you not seen that? They have these like federations in India.
Aye,
They
it's
come
crazy.
out wearing like suits, and that
like a transformation
They're all
class.
coated in dream tan, but they're all peeled to the gills.
They're so peeled. So
Yeah.
they're
I don't understand that. Have they only got access to Dream Tan?
Dream tan and diuretics.
Just slide down a hill or something. You know what I mean? Jump on stage.
It'll
Just
get
don't
golden
shower
into
for a
it.
few days and you're ready to rock.
That's what it looks like. It looks like I've rolled about in shit backstage diarrhea.
I've competed
that
with a couple
orange
of people where it's like, I'm like, you look like you're trying to be one of those little army figures.
I remember
I'm like,
when
what's
I was-
happened?
I remember
like,
I was
what's
putting-
going wrong?
I remember I was prepping Kev and went down to the
I remember
show.
that. I remember that.
And I'd never like used Dream Tan at this point. And Vaughn was like, I'll help you. And I was like, right. So from conversations with, Big Adam, Gaz, Brad, he's like, just dab it and gently I put a coat. And this Vaughn Wilson, VW, comes, gets his big fucking spades, scoops the tub and just slaps it on a Kev. And I'm sat there thinking, holy shit. I was like, Kev has just literally went from a nice colour to like the colour of some fucking foliage. Like, he went green. And dude, for about 3 hours from that initial spot, I was scooping, pulling. And you need to be so careful with Dream Tan because if you wipe out the hands, it leaves imprint. So you have to like palm and pull.
I remember on the side of the venue outside, you just were like that. Everybody was dabbing
Oh,
him
mate.
down.
And then like again, it would just stick and settle.
He looked good under the lights, but
He
he
did,
looked good under the
tap and
lights.
pull. Tap and pull. I do think there was a little bit too much Dream Tan when you apply it too heavily. It kind of generates this membrane over the skin. And you can sweat a little bit through it.
Why did you use it on him? Just
So Kev has it's just got a bit of a skin condition. He's a little-
right.
Look, it was Kev's preference. I don't think he needed it at the time.
No.
Because he just gets these little kind of dry pockets of skin.
Oh, psoriasis.
Is
Vitiligo.
it psoriasis?
Probably.
Is it? I think it's barely noticeable. Like I think a
just
top
covers
coat would
it.
cover that. But again, Kev is someone that he's not super confident in himself, even though he looks amazing.
he looks insane.
He needs to have that.
His legs are stupid.
That's the thing is like when you're working with athletes,
Kev
I
the
do
leg.
think there has to be that bit of give and take because the impact of stress. It's like ultimately it's what their perception as well can carry the look forward.
Absolutely,
And he worked so fucking hard for it, man. So we made it work. Obviously, he still won his class, which was amazing. But still, it's
Can we just quickly caveat the fact that people on the camera are going to see your fingers and look like you've had your fucking hand up your
I
arse?
was looking at him going,
I
what
have
was
had my hand up Mars,
Okay, so as well as having his hand up his arse, he was also doing Joe's tan.
which came out good, man.
Yeah, the tan was actually solid. The
So
tan
did
was
you think of the
solid.
glaze as well? Fucking
Oh, they actually didn't actually get a chance to use it
Did they glaze
because
her?
they glazed her.
Aye.
They glazed her, which was
See,
really
they took
good.
Lindsay and they were like, come get glaze, and I was like, just stay here, don't go into that queue. And I was like, just because that stuff's lovely.
I've got to be
Use it
honest.
for photo
Nick's tan yesterday was class.
Good.
There was another figure girl actually that was in like open class C or D. Dude, she was wham, but she looked like she hadn't got a tan.
White, pale.
Aye, she looked like me.
Well, that I generally feel that's
ruins
potentially
it,
why Callum. No, maybe not actually, because the other girl was maybe a little bit more developed. But that Callum precision coach, he had that Page girl, and her tan was like just non-existent.
By the way, she is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
She's
like,
insane, man.
Perfect.
She's still so
By the way,
underdeveloped
that
for the
guy
upper though. That
Callum
she
is fucking lovely as well.
She,
But he
she
had-
looks
he had
so
eight
young.
people competing
That's
yesterday.
crazy. I seen that picture last night and he's had all the athletes. I've followed him for a wee bit, man. So you just seen how he's sort of improved with athletes and stuff
shift
like
in
that.
He's
trajectory.
absolutely
It's
he's
amazing.
absolutely lovely as well. He's so sound.
He's like the guy deserves it. Do you know what I mean? You can tell he's got that good kind of.
Christian touched my bobby about fucking 5 times.
That's
Shout-
what he
shout
does.
out
Did touch my
Christian
Bobby
Chapman, the
once.
Bobby toucher.
He was obviously saving all the bobby touching for me.
What a prick, man.
Well, we were both.
How
stuck.
was he?
He had a natural
Cool, aye.
bikini girl. So he was there all day like me. So it was just lots of touching each other's willies and just having
A
a
lot
good
of
time.
big dogs, a lot of
Guys, this is
getting
totally
jealous.
normal at
I know,
bodybuilding
man,
shows.
Why
It's,
was Christian touching Blair's willy? That's my willy to touch. Where was that?
Nah, Christian was good, man. He was, you know what he's like. He's just fucking daft as a brush, is he?
It's funny.
He's a good lad. Like seeing Christian. Caught up with a good few folk at the show, didn't we?
always. Should I tell them the tanning story? I've probably not spoken about the tanning story publicly.
What time?
Remember my MK last year with the pish?
Oh,
aye.
in the bottle.
Yeah.
Aye, do it. Aye.
Well,
Right,
Release the
I
Kraken.
was going to say, he should have got banned from the federation for doing that. But it's fine. It's been in God. And no, let's be real, no one of any prominent importance is going to be listening to this.
Also,
So-
it's not that big a deal.
Nah, not really. Hopefully some people can relate.
Oh yeah, I'm sure loads of people have done
Well, I
this.
think a lot of people can relate, but it's just the time and the place. Anyway, it was like getting my top coat done for the MK. And then I was just still drying out, bro. So I was pissing like a fucking racehorse, man. So I go into the tanning booth. It's just me at that point, and I'm like, I could feel a pee coming on, and you're standing for like 20 minutes just drying off.
I've got to fan you down.
And I could feel this pain right the way, like, you're fucking...
prostate starts to flare.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, hell.
Yeah.
Sorry, flare even more.
And I'm sat there, I'm thinking, I'm going to fucking piss myself. And I'm holding it, and like a little bit of dribble fucking came out. And people need to remember that when you're standing in the...
Was the woman there?
Well, no, because I was facing away, right? So
right,
it was just me. I was looking around. I was like, and a little bit of fucking dribble came out, and I got a little bit of piss on the inside of my leg, and I was like, oh fuck! What? I was like, I'm still not dry. So I'm like looking around, and I see like a bottle of Fanta, and there's like a little bit of liquid in it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to fucking piss in this bottle. But like, if I get caught, I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
No.
So I like get the bottle, I like lodge it between my adductors, and I'm like standing on my hands by my sides, like,
Oh my god, that's skill.
bro, I don't know how I did it, but I had to like meander
your
my
adductors are so
my willy into it, direct the foreskin into it, and then
He's created a vacuum.
What did you wrap? So you put the full skin around the actual cat?
no,
I'm like, you sound like you're doing this for enjoyment.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not getting my hood
It
and
sounded
fucking
like,
thrown it over the
and for
top.
my next trick, I will separate my legs and be holding this ball with my knob.
Turn around, I'm like,
Oh, fucking hell.
you control the force.
All of a sudden, Taylor starts floating.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
like, fuck.
And then I can feel the bottle's filling up. I can feel the heat of the bottle going up into my leg. So then I have to like exchange, grab, and it literally was about
hard to
that
nip it.
just right up to the top. And I'm looking around. The shutters are just open, and I'm just like lodged right under the shutters,
my
man.
God. You've got to do what you've got to do in certain situations like that.
What
else do you do?
I couldn't do
That's
anything.
mad, but
and I wouldn't have had time to go to the pisser because where the tanning booth is beside the stage, and then the toilet's on the other side of the hall.
So it was like, that's it.
So yeah, Joanna
No
yesterday,
choice.
she was like, I need a pee. And I was like, go for a piss right now.
Yeah.
Go for
You
fucking
should have got one of the wee, have you not seen like the wee funnels the girls get? No.
A shiwi.
Nah, a shiwi.
What's it called? Is that what they
A
call
shiwi,
it?
yeah.
A shiwi, aye. Lindsay cuts about with one name, know that she had to use it, but I think she maybe had to use it. It's like, I don't know what you do, you kind of...
The girls don't like.
It's literally just
squat
like
on the
it's just
toilet
like
or
having a
something
bobby.
Aye. Aye,
You just like
basically
put it
create
on
a
your
bobby.
fucking on your junk and then it just like push.
Aye.
I'm saying this as if I'm a fucking expert, but I've actually never used one for obvious reasons. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like
Aye.
it's like a portable bobby.
But it was.
Looks like it.
Speaking of the tanning,
like
it was good fun getting Joey all tanned up. It was a good laugh.
You know what? I actually thought-
I was calling Blair and Chrissy. I was like, "Is this all right, bro?"
Aye.
Just to get like a nice kind of like even coat.
Aye.
The top coat, man.
It's-
I had to get. I put on about fucking 3-4 layers of it.
Did you? Aye.
Aye. Her skin just it was certain areas, so it was like her chest wasn't really taken, her stomach wasn't really taken, her like upper thigh weren't really
wasn't-
taken, her lower back wasn't really taken.
How many of the base did you put on?
3.
3, aye.
3, man.
It's,
I probably could have done another one.
Aye.
I don't think she needed it.
It worked out well. Like
Aye.
I was really happy with the
you
tan
could be
anyway.
overly paranoid about it all day. You could be like, oh, did she need a bit more?
But the
Did she
thing
need-
is, though, is
but,
it's like, see if someone comes out with a shit tan, it's so obvious.
There's so much depth
and like,
into the look,
see,
man.
because it's like one of my biggest, like my pride and joy.
Aye.
I had this fear of Joanna coming out looking amazing, and then just getting absolutely whooshed to the side because her tan wasn't
shit,
right.
aye.
But the good thing is, though, man, is it worked an absolute treat. I feel
tan was great.
I feel confident.
To be honest, I actually thought like the standard of the show and like the production of the show. I know it ran late by the end, but like I actually thought the whole show was really, really good. I thought it was put on really, really well.
Aye.
It's a nice venue. It's
a good venue.
I think it's at the Edge. In Wigan, it's probably one of the only Two Bros venues that I've been to that I'm like, oh, this is a really nice venue.
It is a good
Do you know what I mean? It's
Coffee shop outside for the
there's a wee
fam to
coffee
go
shop.
chill
That's
out.
good. Yeah, it's
That's
nice.
wee boy.
It's
Man.
nice and open as
A nice,
well.
aye. That's exactly what you want.
It's a good venue, and there's like a massive. It's like you go
Decent
in. There's
parking
like
as well.
Yeah, the parking's actually good. The parking, it's got like a massive car park around the back.
Yeah.
It's a really good venue. It's a
I'm
really
like
good
Two
venue.
Bros Scotland. It's like
It's like Alcatraz.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god.
Because you could not
Barely
swing a
park
cat
up there.
You couldn't swing a cat in the Two Bros Scotland. Until you were walking like that in between people.
It was like it's
I'm like
you
trying to
went-
walk past like Nathan Styles in the smallest hallway ever. I'm like,
It's
sorry,
almost like,
Nathan.
it's almost like you went into the venue and then there was a tent inside the venue.
Aye.
It was bizarre.
Aye.
It was a
And
very
it felt
bizarre.
like something from the fucking 1940s, like a bomb shelter or something. Do you know what I mean? It was like, what the fuck is this building? I was like, what is this?
I know it was a bit.
What won the Scotland one?
Yeah.
Aye. What
To
was
be fair,
that?
it was I do think it was an improvement for the one that was in like Fife.
Aye, I hated that. Just the journey alone, man, was brutal. So it was the actual venue, so like the wee auditorium bit. I thought that was quite cool how it kind of racked back up. Do you know that way? I thought that was quite cool. But again, this thing as well, it doesn't create much of an atmosphere because they typically don't fill out the venues to a very high standard. That was not bad, in fact, because it's like, see if they do anything away from, where do they usually do it again?
You know what does my head in is when they do it they have like PCA First Times in Birmingham.
Aye.
And you accumulate like 50,000 steps.
Oh, mate, it's crazy.
Navigating the venue.
Aye.
You
The
know?
Birmingham one, aye, I know what you're talking
They're
about.
climbing up flights of stairs to get up to the top. You then get up to that landing. There's another 5,000 rows of seats. Like fucking.
It's good, but man, I'm excited. So I'm off for the shows coming up in a few weeks as well. That'll be good.
Yeah, so you've got one in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks, and then the end of August as well. The MBF.
Yep.
You're at the same shows.
I'll be with you.
Yeah.
Same shows. The
When have you got?
So
your
I've got
first?
one in 2 weeks. I've then got one.
You be NBF as well?
Yeah, I do have BNB. I've got
Nice.
two
I
people.
think a
doing
lot of
that.
people have got clients in BBF.
Yeah, I know Cammy Duncan's got one or two boys.
Good, man.
One, two, I don't know.
One or two.
At least one.
But
Maybe two.
that'll be good.
That will be good,
That'll
man.
be
It's a lot. They do that thing, see the BNBF thing, to obviously get you to stay there. So they'll do like the evening show, and then they'll bring you back, the morning show, and then they'll bring you back out for the evening as well.
Do
you
they?
know that way? Aye. I had a client, Cal, he completed that last year. So he did. They brought him out.
Oh, the men's physique boy.
Aye. They brought him out, and then they basically took him back, and then it was like hours later he was back out. It's kind of like the way they do it at, say, the pre-judging in the morning, and then they bring you out for the nighttime show, where they might have made the decision in the morning, but they can still differ depending on what they bring in the evening. So that's why I'm pure like, fucking hell, but if he's one in the morning, and then you've got to ultimately kind of keep the physique afloat. It's shit.
Yeah.
But it's obviously just to get people to stay in the place. I'm sure they'd probably just go with the result that they make the first time seeing them.
As an athlete, I can remember like going on stage for the open classes and then going back for a few hours, and you feel fucking burst.
Aye.
You have
It's
this like
exhausting.
huge adrenal dump, and you're just like, I want to be at home eating a nice Chinese brev. I'm cooked, man.
It's rough, so it is, but that was a long day. Mine was down in Liverpool, but it's a long day to be NBF shows, but it is good. Some
The
of
good thing
At
is,
least
though,
it's,
the
at least
good-
it's
to
the
be fair,
Scottish
the
one,
good-
so it's...
The good
so
thing
I'm
is,
up
though,
for
is that we can always just go back to Joanna's parents' house and chill for a bit.
ideal.
Literally, we
Oh,
can
of
just go and
course.
chill there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we
Meet
can
the
literally-
in-laws. Let's
yeah,
go.
we can literally just go and chill out for a couple of hours.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, we've got that, and then you're sort of busier back end of the year.
Oh,
aren't you,
mate,
Taylor?
it's from the last week in August. No joke.
Wild.
I've got clients competing every weekend, all the way through until the middle of October.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Might as well
It's
just
gonna be.
get
You know, it's gonna be awesome. Man.
It's
Like,
amazing, it's
I'm,
so
I'm
exciting.
living it, man.
Aye.
But it's gonna be mad.
The thing is,
I'm
like,
definitely gonna get a wee holiday booked for
you'll need
November time with John and me. Just a wee weekend break or
You'll
something
need it
such
after
as that.
I'm actually going to Spain in August. Come on.
Yeah, Blair's going to Spain in August, right?
too,
And
he's not going?
He gets back. No, no, it's
Another
fine.
gay holiday. Come on, the
I
boys.
know. He gets back the day before Joey and me get married, and then comes straight up to Aviemore. And
That's
I'm like,
mad.
you're gonna be sat there on Saturday night, thinking, get me the fuck home.
Aye.
You're gonna
Nah,
be
bro.
cooked.
Nah,
I'm going to
it'll
be
be good.
fucking golden brown. Looking,
You ain't gonna be golden brown, brev.
bro, I'm going to be so golden
You're gonna be
brown.
red, mate.
Calvin's already sent
I'll
me the
get-
protocol.
Oh, there we go. Okay, then. Okay.
MT2,
Okay.
2 shots of nasals pre-sunbed, then right before bed, an injectable right in the sub-Q.
Perfect.
You'll be golden. He'll be golden.
Literally golden.
He'll steal the show at your wedding.
Yeah, I'll be looking like Pitbull. I'll be
is
looking
this?
fucking awesome.
Mr. 305.
Yeah, so got Spain. I just need. My dad lives in Spain, so I go out and see him.
Oh,
Try and go
nice.
out and see him like every year. But we're probably going to get an Airbnb whilst we're out there as well, just so you've
Half and
got
half.
that little bit of space
Aye,
as well to
aye.
go and do what you want.
Aye, doing check-ins in the room and stuff like that. And your dad's like, what the fuck does
But
my
my dad's
son
got
do
like
for
an office and shit in his
Nice.
because he still pretends to work. Like he doesn't work anymore really, but he's like
His daddy Blair?
no.
No.
He's just got a house in Spain.
As soon as somebody says, oh, my dad's got a house abroad, or my family's got a house abroad, you're
He
automatically
lives over there.
Yeah, but my dad lives in
Yeah,
Spain.
he lives
so
in
it's
Spain.
like he doesn't. It's not like he's got
That's where
properties
he
dotted all over the globe. Do you know what I mean?
legit
He's just got a house.
That's
in Spain.
amazing.
He's like semi-retired.
Aye.
So we're going to go over it. The only shit thing is because of my back, I can't golf. So
Oh shit! You want to
normally,
fucking elaborate on your back?
I've fucking spoken about it enough on my fucking story, but I've got a bulging disc.
Hmm.
Fuck knows what to do about it. We'll figure it out as we go along. There's your update.
Yeah, it's pretty shite because there doesn't really seem to be like a course of action on their part. It's just like,
Well, because
this is it's
because
been
I
identified
paid
and this is
because I paid to get it done privately. It's not going through the GP, so they don't send the results directly to the GP.
that's so annoying.
So the disc is rubbing
even
off
though
the sciatic
even though some of
nerve.
the people
think so.
that work
Something
in
like
private work within the NHS as well.
Yeah,
so
so
you
it's
can't
about-
just send a wee email to.
I think.
shit, isn't
Well, I
it?
think I'm gonna have to do that legwork to go and try and fucking figure out what the fuck I need to do. But, it's you know what? I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna throw money at the problem and see what sticks. Do you know what I mean?
Does all the travelling make it worse?
100%.
No.
Depends how many pharmaceutical aids I take for the traveling. Do you know what I mean? If I take enough,
Aye.
then it's sound.
Tramadol.
No.
Amitriptyline, bro.
Amitriptyline.
Here we go.
I'm taking amitriptyline,
name.
and it's just diclofenac, just like the anti-inflammatory.
How do you
I try not to take the diclofenac because it fucking tanks my appetite.
Aye.
It just
That's
fuck.
what the anti.
Whereas the amitriptyline doesn't really do anything to my appetite.
Aye.
I actually feel quite good on it. So I'm just like,
I imagine
"There
that.
you go."
You just
float
feel awfully
about.
wavy.
Just wee.
I know.
But it's one of those ones like I obviously don't want to be taking painkillers, but like
Nah.
I can't.
You need to.
I can't go about my day to day without it just now, which is fucking so annoying. But it's fine. It's I'm still able to train. I'm still able to do. I just have to really adapt.
Aye.
Like, and I think I actually do think this is an important point for anybody that does have an injury. Like, you don't have to stop everything.
No,
Like, it doesn't have to. Like, I can still do cardio. I can still do limited. Like, I can't do like 15K steps because it does get sore and gets uncomfortable. But I can have a step count, do my cardio. My training has to be adjusted.
Aye.
But you just got to fucking. What are you going to do? Nothing.
100%.
Like, no, I'm not going to sit there and do fuck all.
Aye.
Like, I'm just not doing it. So, yeah,
for
my plan of action and my timeline and everything is still the same. Whether that has to be adjusted or not, only time will tell. But for now, it's fine. I'm just cracking
Vibing.
on, man.
I think a lot of people get when they get injured, the victim mentality, don't they?
Oh, he's
Wee
a
bit,
man.
But understandably, man.
Depends
do
on
you know
the
what I mean? To a degree.
injury though. It depends
100%.
what's going on.
Aye.
Like, you know, I think some people really do blow shit out of fucking out of
Absolutely.
proportion.
Mate.
Mate, I tore my bicep on prep. I was 10 weeks out, and I was like, I spoke to Cuba, and he was like, "Oh, you know, we'll see. You know, just take it as it comes." I'm like, "No, I'm still going. Like,
Aye.
I'm still going to do the show. I'll just work around it. Like, I'm fucking 17 weeks into prep. I'm not stopping now.
No, for
like, I'm not stopping now. So it's kind of like I think a lot of it's a
Mentality.
determination thing, and just being able to be like, I've got shit to do. Like, I'm
It's
still
also
going to do it.
being logical.
Aye.
It's like, okay, well, if I have,
What can I
if
do?
I have a specific region of my body that is injured,
Aye.
you've got another fucking 20 body parts you can
don't-
fucking
aye.
use, man.
You don't need to fling in
People
the
are just like,
towel.
oh, I can't do this, and I can't. Especially, see, like your lower back again. I know players are a good example here, but like I generally find that if my lower back flares up, when I take the set time out of the gym, it gets worse. It gets worse.
I think there's
Absolutely, it starts seizing up. I noticed that as well.
But you need
See if
to
my
keep
sciatica
moving.
goes,
I think
I'm
there's a
see if I
period of
stop,
time
man,
where it's
that's when
brutal.
it gets worse.
Like that first 72 hours, if you get a wee back injury, is brutal. Like, and that is the time where I'll say to people, look, rest,
Aye.
chill. But after that sort of 72-hour period, by the way, I'm not a fucking spinal specialist. I'm just experienced. After that, I'm like, you need to move. Like, you can't just sit there because everything does just lock up. Everything just gets so fucking tight.
And guess what? You can train one side of the body.
Absolutely.
And there's a hell of data as well that suggests if you train the uninjured side, the rate of or the any rate of recovery, the rate of wastage, the rate of like strength discrepancy, it's not as apparent. You know, so there's a reason to do so.
It makes it, the literature suggests it, and not that we're fucking sitting on PubMed every night being like, oh, what's the new study say? But at the same time, there is evidence behind it.
Yeah.
And like we said, we've got peptides that can help heal things, and we can get things better on that front. So
Definitely.
Yeah, I pulled my calf a fucking bitch the other day, man.
Did you?
I was on the leg press, final set of the day. The arsehole strength was being used, so we jumped onto the Gym Leco one, and mate, I was fucking
Ripping it.
just depth galore, man. I could smell my gooch. I was like, "Fuck, this is good, bro." And on the third rep, just this fucking pop, man.
See that aye?
Yeah, bro, just the
did you
bottom
keep
of my
going?
calf. No, I was like, I'm done here, man.
bitch.
I know, man. No, because it's one of those ones. Whenever you get that initial pop, what falls is in that Velcro sensation if you go through. You know, so like when you get this little kind of like rubber band against the skin,
Just keep going.
I know, just full speed,
Yeah, just full speed to
Well,
the moon.
you've still got your left calf.
mate. Do you know what? It's starting
As
to
the
feel better
studies
already,
suggest.
though. I've got some peptides landing. What'll be Tuesday?
Are you on it, the old BPC?
Yeah, I'm gonna just run a combination of the two.
You're going to jam it in your calf?
No, we'll sub-Q. I'll just pinch and then inject into region,
Aye,
but I'm
this
not
is-
going to put it into it.
People going about
You
it
shouldn't.
needs to
I
be-
genuinely think you should inject it directly into the muscle itself because that can be quite.
No,
it
aye,
be
mate,
I
yeah,
always
of
did.
course.
When I tore my bicep on prep, I was just like
Going straight in.
near the site. Yeah,
Aye.
I was just going like if the tear was at the sort
Aye,
of like bottom at
into
the
the
elbow,
muscle.
I was just going slightly above and just be like, bop.
Yeah, no, I would probably just pinch the skin.
The thing is, I
and
was
go
just so
under.
peeled, man. There was no fat.
To be
So I
fair
was
though,
like,
there
just straight into the
isn't
muscle.
actually that much fat that's probably been held in the arm, so it's not an easy.
the arms are a difficult one to actually.
Get-
Whereas if you got like a bad knee, you can just fucking pinch around your leg.
I've got some insulin pins that are literally like
Like a hair.
yeah,
Aye.
tiny, and they're super handy for that sort of stuff. Bump my growth up. So yeah, we'll see. I genuinely think
They'll
within-
recover rapid.
I genuinely think within a week or two. And
There
the
was
good
a
thing
rule-
is, there's a lot of blood flow just because I when it happened, I just didn't want to stay static,
Aye.
right? You know, because that's when it's going to seize up and it's.
I think that's the worst thing that people do, though. I really do. It's just like something happens, they're like, no. Even
Can't do anything.
even when people are not well, I have this rule when people are not well. If it's like the head up,
Yep.
you can still probably train. You can still do your shit. Stop being a drama
Absolutely.
queen. If it's the head, if it's from the neck down, like chest infections, stomach
Tracheitis.
issues. Aye, like just take a little bit of time. That's
Aye.
cool.
That's exactly what I say as well, man. If you've got a wee bit of kind of runny nose, a wee bit of sore throat, I'm like, get in the gym, get after it, man. But if you're fucking starting to go that achy way, do you know, where your hair's sore to touch, your body just feels aching.
What do you mean your hair sort of touch? I've not had that in quite some time.
I think that's
you
because
might
you wear a
have
hat all the time, bro.
If you've never,
I get that when I wear a
unwell-
hat for ages, my head gets sore.
No, I'm talking about, I'm all good with that. I don't think that happens to me. For what's left of my hair anyway, I actually got it cut. You haven't seen it yet. It's right short.
Is that a belt?
Did you go right short?
Is it a
just
mohawk?
that to my barber. I was like, take that shit off, Aaron.
I was absolutely buckled at Holly's story.
That was the day I got it cut. And it just went, whoop,
yeah,
and she's
yeah.
went, ah. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I wish the hairpiece went with it, bro.
I'm not spreading that way. My pal just went,
That'd be so good.
aye, it's one of the things, isn't it?
Oh, that's not that
Not
short.
bad.
Oh, bro.
Nah, man.
But it's gone now, isn't it?
I mean, it's
I'm
It's
the
on its way.
same. I'm the same. Honestly, I actually find that my hair thins further more on a cruise than when I'm like full blasting. But I think it's something
that's
to do
just
with
an excuse to stay on a blast.
I know. But no, I
can't come off.
So the only thing that
My
I can
hair,
think, the
my
only thing
hair.
I'm thinking it could be is like the pinning frequency.
Aye, maybe.
Again, I'm not
you
really
notice
too
as well-
heavily into it, but see when I pin more persistently,
I like the peaks and troughs.
yeah, when I pin more persistently, obviously you're gonna have like a more kind of stable degree of hormones.
100% agree.
I find as well, like, see if I'm pushing test.
Aye.
If I've not used an AI in years and years and years.
I've never used one.
Yeah, I don't think you need. I don't think you really should need to.
Although I don't have nipple glands, so
That's true. You can.
I can just go
blast galore.
fucking full speed.
You don't have...
I've had gyno surgery.
Yeah, it's a gyno surgery.
No, but when you were younger? Teenage?
2 years
No,
ago.
I got it done like 4 years ago.
Oh, that's
But-
uncool.
But I had my
Nice.
Oh, you're still back at home. So
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
2 gram a test. Get up. Test.
well. I have done. I think I did a gram.
Aye. How did that feel? Did you feel so full?
Pretty fucking good.
Aye.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. But it's fucking. I didn't get the surgery because of that though.
Yeah.
I got it from when I was a teenager.
Aye.
But I just didn't have the money to pay for it at the time.
I had about it when I was a teenager as well. It just kind of went away. But I think it's as you're going through the hormonal
Oh, I
changes
went.
of teen.
Mine looked awful, man. But like anyone I ever spoke to was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you
I
had
didn't
it."
even- it's
but
bare-
I,
it was
but I,
bare.
it's one of those ones you know it's there.
Aye.
Is
Do you
it
know what
more
I mean?
prominent on like one side compared
It was
to the
only
other?
one side really, but they're not just going to leave one. Do you know what I mean? So I got both of them whipped out, and
I remember Kev got his done, man, and the state
his
of his
bruising
chest.
was brutal.
Dude, it was like all the way up to his fucking neck because he lipo all the way up to your chest. But his chest looks wild now though because he took all the fat off. It's just like a
Constantly
just
just...
like a
I
rainbow
got the
of
lipos.
fibers. It's
I love
wild.
that.
I dieted for mine though, so I didn't have much fat to get rid of, but they still lipoed my. That's the worst part of it by fucking miles.
The lipo.
Mate, it feels like someone's got a fucking Hoover inside your chest,
you not get
and they're just
anaesthetic
going.
or-
Aye, but it's local.
extra grand.
Aye, aye,
So-
you're
How
still
much was
gonna
it to
feel
get
it
put
to a
out?
degree.
It was a grand
Yeah,
to
it was
get
a
knocked
grand
out.
to get put out.
I was like, "Can you not just fucking punch me in the coupon or something?" And I'll just fucking.
Just take your head off the
Do you
wall
know what I
and
mean?
fall back on
I'd be
the
like,
bed.
"Hold on, boys, give me 2 seconds. Give me one of those metal bands and just fucking smash it off my head." But that surgery was brutal. I'm not gonna lie. Like everyone says it's okay, and it's like, yeah, it is after the first like 3-4 days. Bro, those first like that 72 hours initially, holy fuck.
Aye,
It
bad.
is fucking brutal. You can't wash yourself. You can't do anything. You can't move your arms.
You need to wear like the mad
And you've got to wear that fucking corset.
corset. Aye.
Oh, mate. It's brutal. It's a good thing I have such a shit chest, or that would have been even worse.
And you have to like sleep upright.
You have to sleep like... well,
Semi-upright.
initially you have to sleep like quite
tits
upright.
over hips or tits above hips.
Well, it's better
much,
than
yeah.
it's better than having.
And for the
gyno
first
on
like
top.
3 days I was like leaking because they use like... It's like boiling water pretty much to like you with the lipo.
Yeah.
So the water leaks out of the...
Nipple.
because you get
cut.
there's 2 incisions. So there's one below the nipple and there's one below the pec. And it's like, it leaks.
sounds
You
nasty,
leak
doesn't
out
it?
of it for like 72.
Well, do you have like fucking tubes and shit hanging out you?
No.
I have seen some boys with tubes.
I've seen, America, I think that's quite popular in America. But I've had so many surgeries.
Yeah,
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's fucked up.
It's amazing
Have
how
you
it
had
does
anything
not.
like that?
Nah, other than my fucking sciatica.
Touchwood.
Nothing. I've never even broke a bone.
So what have you had? What have you had? You've had
So
both
I've had
knees.
3 knee surgeries.
Holy shit.
Pussy boy.
I like shattered the base of my left kneecap playing football,
Lord.
and I had 2 surgeries on that. This one I had a cyst on my ACL, so I had to get that removed.
How did that happen? Just unlucky.
Oh, that's not really a surgery. That's like a nip and tuck.
Oh, fuck.
I got knocked out and had surgery. It's a fucking surgery. You're just jealous because I've had more surgeries than you.
Nip and tuck.
Yes.
Well, fucking shut up. I've had gyno surgery, but that's an optional surgery.
Well, nip and tuck.
But still, you've been cut. Another nipple tuck. You've still been knocked out to get work. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I had my shoulder reconstruction.
Do you know what I love? How it does not dictate to your incredible personality. You're a
Well, that's why he's got a good personality. Otherwise, be fucked.
But I don't have anything else.
still grateful to be alive.
At this point, fuck, honestly. And then the shoulder was probably the worst one, but
God.
Reconstruction, That's a bad team.
I got hit by a car cycling home.
Holy shit. I feel like I don't know you.
So I was playing football with my mates, and I was cycling home, and I was going past the junction, so that but someone went to go and turn in and hit me off my bike. And
Did
then
you
I
get
went,
some fat ass compensation for
nah,
that?
bro, because I was like 14. I was like,
Motherfucker.
my main concern.
That's why your dad's over. That's why your dad's over in Spain.
He's like, stealing. He's like, thanks, son. I'll keep this till you're.
I know.
in your
It's going to
40s.
get Isa. It's going to get Isa for a rainy day. He sat there getting blazed with fucking Dory Gates.
It's in Marbella.
He's living it. Well, he's like 10, 15 minutes from Marbella.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's
it's
living the
class.
dream.
But I landed on my shoulder, it dislocated, and like the AC joint like snapped. So it's like held together with like a false ligament and a pin and shit.
That's crazy.
I've got a scar. The scar's like fucking that long. It's like 6
To be
inches.
fair, there's no deformity, which is good.
It sits a wee
'Cause
bit
I've seen-
higher.
I've seen some people with just like broken clavicles and that sort of stuff, and it just sits
You can
off.
see it.
Mine, I would say mine sits ever so slightly higher. My left sits ever so slightly higher than my right.
You can sometimes see it imposing. It's like
Uh-huh.
it sits slightly higher.
I've got a client, Richie, and he's fucking, I think he broke, what was his collarbone or something like that.
Cammy
Surgery.
Duncan's client,
He's kinda like that
Connor,
as well.
who lovely guy, man, lovely guy. He has that as well.
Connor Cooper.
Connor Cooper.
Connor Cooper. Yeah, he's got a slight.
You can see it in his back poses.
Bro, he's insane for like a
Mate,
young
unbelievable.
natural athlete, man. He's
He's
really
fucking-
good.
He's so good, man, and he's got this nice.
He's got a lovely
obviously-
personality to him as well, man.
He's so nice, mate.
He's really nice.
He's
really,
a
really
humble,
nice guy.
very humble.
George as well. They're
George is lovely
Two of
as
the
well.
George
nicest
is lovely
people,
as
isn't he,
well.
man? They're
I
so
seen
nice.
Georgia. I can't remember when it was a wee while ago.
No, Sweden.
Is she still in
No,
Britain?
it was after Sweden this
Oh,
year.
after Sweden.
And she just like me, she has to kind of wear like a retainer and stuff. She always had braces.
Yeah.
But I thought she had like a gem put in her tooth.
Was
And I was like, oh, check you with the fucking teeth bling. And she's like, oh, it's my braces. And I was like, I feel like a fucking cunt now.
The teeth look perfect, but so do they.
I know.
And that they only better them. Do you know what I mean? Aye, but they're lovely people, so they're.
There's a lot of good people in bodybuilding, man.
There is.
I was saying that
The
to
majority
like
are good. There's dicks.
Ah, there's
out there,
fucking
but
arseholes,
The
like,
majority
but-
are fucking. The majority are nice people. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's nice going to shows
That's
like,
amazing.
like yesterday and being able to catch up with loads of folk that you wouldn't see.
Aye, it's so.
Like I'd never catch
up
up with Christian if I wasn't at a bodybuilding
Aye.
show because he lives fucking the other side of the country. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like it's nice to see
Nah,
these
it's
people.
so cool, man. So it's, I love it. So it's, don't get me wrong, your social battery, but at the end of the day, at a building show, you're just like, I am.
I went and
fucked.
sat in the car for
I
about
couldn't
hours.
imagine that full day though. I mean, I've done it before, and it's like by then you're literally
Me and
like
Chrissy,
drilling
when Nick went to go and get our
mess.
top coat tan, me and Chrissy were like, should we go and sit in the car for an hour and just
Go
like
for a sleep.
I mean, I just turned the car on, turned the aircon on. I just sat there. I was like, oh my
Aye.
fucking heat.
I do that sometimes. See, during the show, and it's all madness, and you might be waiting for an athlete to go on stage. I'm like, I've got a bit of time. I'm literally just going to go sit in the car and just switch off for a minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a shame that you get kicked out of Airbnbs at like fucking dawn. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Because it's like,
I know, that's
it would be
the
nice to be
brutal
able to just go back and sit and be
chill.
like, oh, you know
Aye.
what? I'm going to go and just put my feet up. That would be quite
Also,
nice.
what's the fucking deal with all these houses in England only having bathrooms up fucking stairs?
it's
Or
and
in
the
crazy.
stairs are, and the stairs are like,
the stairs are always really steep.
yeah,
Aye.
it's fucking
And
The
brutal.
toilet's always the furthest part of the house. I can remember. Do
you think it's 'cause they're
your
old?
show?
Aye, it's the old
in
bay
Hull,
windows
we
and
had
stuff.
It was like scaling fucking Everest.
Aye.
Oh, that was brutal.
To
Try
get
doing that
there.
after having 150 mils of vodka when you haven't drank in fucking 6 months. You're
But then
fucking hammered. You're like,
so the bedrooms were upstairs, so we'd have to go down the stairs,
Yeah.
into the lounge, past the fucking kitchen, past the
back door.
and then into the fucking cludgy.
Aye, that's brutal.
That's
So
okay.
it's-
What the fuck- what did
it's
they
like,
call it?
do you know think some of the houses?
I've not heard of cludgy in ages.
Do you
You
ever
heard of cludgy? Go to cludgy.
Toilet?
Cludgy.
Nah, not really. No.
But you never called it the cludgy?
Bathgate thing.
Nah, my dad just told us.
I think it's a Mexican thing. Anyway, Calvin, come on. Talk us, how's Levels been? Levels has now been open for...
Let me go and do a pee, and I'm going to come back and tell you some funny story.
Well, I've
Right.
not really. I forgot to cover
And then I'll
Joanna,
talk
so got
about-
me just to cover Joey and how she did yesterday.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you come back, and then we'll cover.
I might hear. Because I've no. I can't. You got to watch your podcast
Yeah.
back. I'll be back in a minute.
Well,
I'll be back in
just wait a minute
people.
then.
No,
You've got a
Okay,
fucking,
I'll
you've got a
keep
bladder
on
of a kit in you.
I'm busted.
Right, go and take a piss.
Hope we can do a poo as well. You got some Senna?
Oh, I've got some Senna if you want.
Please.
I'll hook you up, bro. Oh, fucking hell.
Calvin, for reference, Calvin just said, my ice cream burger's coming out. My ice cream burger's coming
Lovely.
out, so it is.
It's coming out, so it is. I'm waiting the toilet, so I am.
No. But anyway, Joey was obviously competing yesterday. She looked fucking awesome, man. Like I'm so proud of her. It takes like some real fucking grizz to be able to do your hour of cardio day, your double digit for fucking into the tens of thousands of steps. She was doing like 30,000 steps a day, and then keeping on top of the house and our own kind of role at work, which is getting really,
And the
busy.
Pilates course.
And the fucking Pilates course. Christ on a bike, don't forget that. So she looked fucking amazing, man. It was definitely the most complete she's looked. I was really impressed at the muscularity comparative to last time, especially into the glutes. Like Joanna's blessed with a big butty in the off season. She's a total pog, man. I fucking love it. But then when she started dieting, though, our glutes just shrink. Whereas this time round, though, when she was hitting a lot of her back shots, even kind of like her kind of front pose, just the way it was sitting, it was amazing to see. Even her delts, man, like her delts were something that never really came through or ever, looked like they had any shape to them. It was just straight up and down. Whereas the cap was there. Fullness was good, man. I think Joanna wants to be tighter, so she's going to go again in a couple of weeks. Down in Bradford. Come on, the boys. Going to be
Rubberdingy Rapids, bro.
Rubberdingy Rapids, bro, innit? So we're going to do that. I think we're going to make like a weekend of it, though. I think we're going to
Good idea.
go.
I've
down
heard
on Friday.
Bradford's got some really nice spots. You know what I mean?
I've heard their shawarma setup's fantastic.
Inshallah.
Shawarma King V2 potentially.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can't he beat it? If anyone is
Love
in,
Shawarma King,
if
man.
anyone,
So
if anyone
good.
is in Glasgow, go to fucking Shawarma King, man. It's insane. We've every time we've went, mate,
We actually never get the actual
we never
shawarma,
get the
though,
mixed
do we?
shawarma, mate. It's always like
It's always out.
It's always out, mate.
But we get the chicken, what was it? The chicken,
Chicken
and the beef.
the beef one. But the
It's
mix,
banging.
though, apparently the mix is the tits.
Yeah.
So go check that out.
I think see with to not go on a tangent and speak about Joe, Calvin
Oh,
has
there he is.
returned.
Welcome back, so we are.
Is everything okay in that toilet?
Aye.
Okay.
The
Are
dragon
we going
has been
to get a bill for that fucking toilet being destroyed?
No, it's absolutely fine. All good, no bowel movement, just draining the dragon.
Come
Training
on.
the dragon.
Draining the dragon.
No chocolate hostages today. Yeah, I think, see, with Joe, I actually think that as much as like she wants to be sharper and wants to be tighter, I think that the way that she dieted, very slow, very gradual, very like drip feeding changes in, I do think that's part of what keeps
For sure.
the keeps the glutes there, keeps the
Yeah,
delts there,
definitely.
keeps things alive.
Yeah.
Because I think there's two ways that you can do it. You can pull hard and then fill up and then pull hard. I think you risk pulling hard and getting rid of some of the really good things about a
Absolutely.
physique. Whereas Joe's prep was quite long, quite steady, just
26 weeks.
26 weeks and
It's a long one.
just drip feeding changes
Yeah.
in. And I think that's a very like Josh McHale thing to do. Like he
I
is
think it's the best way to do it. Like
That's my opinion,
You always want to
100%.
give yourself plenty of time. Like Calvin and I were talking about this with
Yeah.
him next year. I still want to put him through a 20-week prep. He doesn't. Does he need it? No.
You could do
Comfortably.
8.
That's what
Yeah.
I want. That's what I want, but 100%.
I'm the same, mate.
Because you don't for speed
Or either of us
bumps,
going to need that much time.
No, we
we're
don't,
not. But like, it gives us time to back off. We can properly manage our schedule and accordance.
100%.
We can have everything mapped out to the T.
you're only going to benefit from that kind of prep. Do you know what I mean? 100%.
And I do believe you absolutely grow far more efficiently on prep through that.
Aye, not just
Not
bombing
just
somebody
pulling and
out.
pulling and pulling for the sake of it, man. Like,
I think
you
it's
go
some
at a
people-
pace,
I
you
think
can
if-
hold.
Aye.
You know, like something. For example, some boys when they're going into their off season, like even the initial 4, 5, 6 weeks, if I'm still seeing like visual improvements
Yeah.
with little scale weight movement, as long as performance where it needs to be, something's
If
happening.
if performance is good, visuals are better, and scale weight's not moving, then just fuck the scale weight off. Like you don't even need to worry about it.
I actually didn't
Definitely.
weigh myself at the latter end of prep last time, man.
Did you not?
No, because it didn't move for 7 fucking weeks, mate.
Aye, that's crazy.
Bro, 7 weeks it held at like 103.
But that's cool as well.
That is
At the
really good.
start, when that's happening, and you're maybe going through the first 10, 15 days of no drop off, it can be very frustrating. But when you start seeing the changes to the physique, you're like, do you know what? Just let it hold in. Because obviously, you're
getting
accumulating
better.
tissue and losing body fat and recomping to a
My
degree.
fucking weight was falling off me at the back end of prep.
Aye.
Oh, yeah, because, but no wonder that you were doing like 1,200 calories.
1,300 calories, 15,000 steps, caddying full time. Come on, the boys.
That's
That's how you want to get peeled.
Aye.
That's how you get peeled.
That's where you need to go to.
Yeah,
You need to go. You need to go.
You take clen, you eat dust all day, and then you carry golf bags all day.
The protocols.
That's how you get peeled.
That sounds horrible.
It was, and that was a professional tournament as well. That last week, that was fucking rough.
Aye.
I was fucking rougher than a badger's arse that week. It was, and I'm checking in with Cuba. He's like, "Same again, bud." I'm like, "No." I'm like, I only had like 4 high days the whole of prep.
Aye.
And I was like, I was choking for one in that week. And I was like, I'm not someone on prep that like, I don't want to be fed up if I don't need to.
No.
Be. But that week I was like,
Give me some food.
I was like, bro, I am.
Give him like an extra banana. So there you go, bud.
Here's
100 gram
one
banana.
oat. Yeah. I'm like, yes, one oat. But yeah, it's brutal, man. It is brutal. But you got to do what you got to do.
100%. You need to go where you need to go.
Is Joe back on plan today?
Back on plan now, yeah. We're going to have a bit of a kind of like loose day today, man, but just following the result yesterday, based on where she's at, I think that it's not without, it's not out of her grasp to dig really fucking hard for the next 7 to 10 days and then start backing off.
It's not going to do her any harm, especially if I'd quite like to see her come in a little bit. Personally, I'm speaking as if I'm her fucking coach. A little bit flatter, just to see a little bit more detail.
That's the thing she can afford to do.
You can.
And as I was saying, personally speaking, I felt like she looked really good on what has been the Wednesday, which was 3 days into carbs going in.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that if it can be managed in a way to try and elicit that response, and that's probably going to be the best of both worlds. Because she doesn't need a lot of food. Like, she's fucking 46 kilos, man.
The only
47
difference
kilos.
I would be interested to see how it's managed is she was on quite early yesterday because she did the first half of the show. So I wonder if maybe Josh would pro-fat her a little bit longer across the day and drip feed carbs in later.
Just need to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones you don't know
That's
until
exactly
the
what I
day.
always do with bikini athletes because they're on later 9 times out of 10. I always pro-fat throughout the morning.
I
Then
actually did the Calvin special yesterday with Nick.
the honey jam.
No honey.
No honey.
Just jam.
Come on, what?
It was just a couple, just a few.
Did she win?
A few big spoonfuls. She did win one, yeah.
Can I get some credit for that? I'm kidding.
No, fuck off.
The Hartley's, was it the Hartley's jam?
No, it wasn't. It was a proper fancy shit.
Bon maman.
Bon maman.
All the good stuff.
Come on the bon.
Come on, the ball.
It was.
It fucking works, man.
It was just that and a wee bit of salt and a wee bit of fluid.
I don't know about you
Does the
guys,
job,
right?
man.
But like, I actually find that the best look that people can produce is as soon as they start to carb up.
Yeah,
like it's
100%.
this like it's this like stupid like dryness,
'Cause they're so
fullness,
flat, just that super
vascularity.
compensate.
Like honestly, man, like
It's beautiful.
See if it wasn't a risky move to just starve people up until the morning and give
then
them a
just put-
fucking load of carb.
Aye.
Like I would absolutely
Honestly,
do it.
that's what I like. I favour
You
that
can
approach.
definitely do it with women though.
100%
Or
you can.
Smaller,
Nah. As soon as
muscle
you
men.
add them in, the physique just goes pop. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, I love
But
that.
there's such a fine line with girls though, because it's so easy to fucking make them spill.
Aye.
That's what
like,
I'm saying though, if you
you
leave
need
it
to be
to the
cautious.
last minute, you don't really give the body enough time
But
to
I
get
think
to that
to spill,
stage.
I think
Yeah.
girls, especially bikini, you get away with running them flat. I just really don't think it's
Absolutely, man. You can put a bikini athlete on stage flat 100%. Do you know what I mean?
more so than figure, more so than
Absolutely,
any
absolutely.
other, more
Just
so than
more
wellness, like
muscularity.
more so than any other category, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Not that you should just be like, well, I'll just run them flat. Like, obviously, you want to bring the best.
I know
look.
Ali does that with a lot of his female clients. Ali Buds, he says he kind of just like maybe just put them to bring them up to baseline and just let them come into the show on that and just like.
I
do
would
you know what I mean?
personally, for me though, like I would rather take a little bit of a risk and be like, "You're here to look your best." I think it's worth the risk of
the
saying.
mod,
That's what I did with Olive when I was giving her McDonald's.
That was.
But
you
at that
told me
point, our
that.
body was running quick.
Aye,
though,
that
man.
was.
But like, even so, like I could have easily been like, well, if she goes in flat,
And it wasn't
at least
really a
she'll-
risk though, because when you start to like weigh up the actual value of the food, what's happening, like I
but
don't
it's-
think it's a risk when you understand the inner workings of what water, salt, and carbs
No,
do.
but that's not what I was worried about. I was worried about digestion.
Well, yeah, I suppose with her that's a unique
With her
situation
digestion,
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
to.
yeah,
So for me, I had to sit down with her and be like, and again, this is where I think it becomes very much a sort of like teamwork thing. And you have to, as you mentioned earlier about give and take. I had to say to her and be like, look, I want to try this because I think it'll do your physique good. Are you on board? And she's like, either, oh, Blair, I don't know, because she's fucking about. And I'm like,
She needs to be on board, man.
Make a fucking decision. Just say yes or just say no. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, cool. That's perfect. Fucking hell.
Enjoy.
The Pish podcast, is it? Fucking.
Oh, the best podcast.
Enjoy.
Yeah, there's got to be a bit give and take.
Aye,
It's got to be a bit
100%,
give and
man.
take.
As Taylor was saying earlier, sometimes as well, like you can, if the athlete is not on board with the adjustments, even though if the adjustments might yield a better response, that could actually impact it because they're stressed out about, oh fuck this, that. Do you know
Sometimes you're better just to go, you know what? You don't need that food then. That's totally fine. Like
100%.
just because the last thing you need is stress.
Aye.
Like if you want
That'll do.
if you want a physique to fall apart real quick,
Stress, aye.
get them stressed.
That'll do more
And that's why I
damage to your
think
physique than anything.
you need to, like, as a coach, and like I'm saying this as someone who's, you know, prepped a few people now.
Aye.
Like I'm not a fucking Hanny Rambod, but
It's coming.
I can see the impact that stress has on a physique.
Aye.
Like
You can notice it now.
Within minutes, you can see it happening, and
Aye.
you're like,
It's
okay,
crazy, isn't it?
let's cool this situation off. Let's bring this back
100%,
down to
man.
earth. You know, start just trying to make them fucking laugh. Start
Even
trying
if
to
there
get
is something wrong, you just don't show it. Do you know what I mean? You just need to stay chill.
you need to stay cool as a fucking
Because that
cucumber.
will genuinely do more damage to your physique than anything at that stage. That's how I always say to the athletes, I'm going to do my part. The only thing that can impact your look on stage just now is you. Do you know what I mean? Stressing about shit that's unnecessary to stress about.
And the thing is, you've done all of that hard work. You've done 20 odd weeks of prep. You
Why
have
the last
eaten
minute?
fuck all. You have done an hour of cardio. You have done 15,000 steps.
Yep.
This is not the time to panic.
No. Hell to
This
the
is
no.
not the time to panic. This is the time to
Enjoy.
enjoy and understand that. I said this to Nick yesterday. She was a bit nervous. It was her first ever show.
Understandable,
Like,
man.
understandably,
100%.
I would be nervous too.
Aye.
But I said to her yesterday, I said, there are 5 people in this room that give a fuck. Maybe 4, give or take.
Yeah.
It's me, Chrissy, my girlfriend was there. It's you, and it's the judges.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone else, you're going to
Doesn't
walk
matter.
off that stage and they're going to be like, what class was just on?
Aye.
Nobody,
Forget about
nobody
you.
will fucking have a clue.
Aye.
The only people that actually give a fuck is me,
Your coach.
whoever I'm with, whoever's with her,
Maybe family, aye.
yeah, family, whatever, the judges, and her. That's
This is
it. It's
100%,
done. And after
man.
that, it's like nobody gives a
Aye.
flying fuck.
Nobody cares.
If you asked me who was on 2 classes ago, I'd be like, couldn't fucking tell you.
think
Unless
some-
someone's absolutely butters and you're like, why did you decide bodybuilding was for you?
Aye.
But apart from that, nobody cares.
It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. I say this to clients, even clients who are in a photo shoot. I'm like, you're going to do the photo shoot, and maybe they're overthinking a lot of shit. Oh, I might not look good, this, that, the next thing. It does not matter. Even when you post a picture on Instagram, you post a picture up on Instagram, people scroll past it, maybe you're 2 days out for your show, or 1 day out, and it's this massive thing to you, which quite right, it is massive for you, but anybody out with that really doesn't give a shit. They'll maybe scroll past the picture, they'll maybe like it and go, oh, nice, 2 seconds later you forgot about. Whereas you think, just for that moment in time, all eyes are on me, unless you're like fucking Chris Bumstead.
I mean,
or
like,
something.
even in the crowd, right? You sit in the crowd,
Aye.
unless they're mates on stage, they're probably just sat in a seat because their
100%.
legs are tired.
Do you take it in for any other classes that your athlete isn't in? Well, obviously, I think you'll
We,
watch it.
I think,
but
I think,
it's not
we,
gonna be
I
like
think
this.
we do because we're coaches and we're like, oh, they could be this or they could be that, and but we analyze because that's our job.
Aye.
Whereas normal, someone's fucking granny
Aye.
isn't being like,
Nah, the
oh, a bit flat here. I think probably needs to have a little bit more. Like
They're
nobody gives
just
a
here
fuck.
to see young Josh win, aren't they? That's what they want.
I mean, we were
they're
sat
gonna-
yesterday with Joanna's mum, Andrea. Love her a bit. She's amazing. And she's like, I really don't know what they're looking for. And I'm like, it's as clear. Even with when I was sat beside Nick, she was like, I'm still struggling to see the difference. I'm like, you just need more time. You know.
But to
And then the
them, they all
discrepancy
look the
from the
same.
classes to classes. Because like I said, it's not always the leaner, bigger physique that wins.
100% not.
You saw that yesterday. I must admit, like there was a couple of like Fit Model came on.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm looking at Fit Model, and I by the end of the class,
That girl looked quite dicey, so she did the
they
fit
were.
model.
I actually started to really figure out Fit Model by the end of watching it because I was watching it like initially I was a bit like, oh, here we go, fucking hell, like, but I actually got quite intrigued by it, and I was like, okay, so they're rewarding this, but they're not rewarding that. So like she's too soft, and I've come to the conclusion that it's bikini 6 weeks out, slightly less
That's
muscle,
your
6 weeks out condition. That's Fit
in
Model.
that ballpark. Aye.
Yeah, that's Fit Model. Different posing, different suit, 6 weeks out condition.
It's a great fail-safe when you've got a client that can't adhere with a fuck. Bikini,
Doesn't
nah.
land the mark.
Nah.
Right, it's going to need to be fit model. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And it's like, but I was supposed to be doing men's physique. It's
I-
like, yeah, bro, sorry, Fit Model, you're going in. You're going in.
Fuck's sake.
But that was quite interesting, actually. That was the first time I'd really paid attention to
They're
Fit
going to
Model.
have to do something.
I've never
with
seen it
guys,
yet.
aren't they?
Aye.
No.
I hope they don't.
No, they will.
Fuck the fat
But
guys.
I think there'll be
But
something.
they're going to have to do something.
Aye.
It's going to
I
turn
think-
into the WNBF.
You know what
Not
I think?
WNBF, sorry, WBF.
WBFF.
Aye.
I think people need to realise bodybuilding is not for participation.
No, it's
Bodybuilding is for winning and doing your absolute fucking best. You do not get participation trophies in this fucking game.
It's taking it to the extremities.
If you're not willing to fucking get in shape, like
you don't belong on a bodybuilding stage.
Just don't go on a bodybuilding stage.
Yeah.
Like you have to be willing to fucking bust your bollocks to get on that stage. And if you're going to turn up fucking miles off, like I actually think, when you see people. Like, you know, PCA will post the occasional one and someone's like, they're just butters. Like,
there's like an onslaught in the comments.
But it's like
brutal.
But it's like, I don't. I'm not one that would comment on that. But at the same time, I think it brings the sport down.
I remember Tom Hames was commenting on some of them.
Yeah,
I saw that. I remember that.
It's like, fucking shut up, Tom.
But I really do think it brings the sport down. Like, imagine you turn on the TV to watch a football match, right? You're watching fucking Celtic Rangers for whatever fucking reason. Watch those two shite teams, but it's besides the point. And
we've just lost all of our viewership.
And there's I've got all the Aberdonians. Come on, you Reds. Come on, the boys. And all of a sudden, there's some fat bloke playing right back.
Kind of kick the ball.
You'd be like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck is going on? Like, and I do think that bodybuilding is not for taking part. Like,
Absolutely.
It's not the taking part that counts. It's
you
really
can do
not.
like I say, if you're in that sort of category and maybe you have been through a big transformation, don't do like a transformation sort of category in a smaller show or something. That's what they're for.
That's what they're for, 100%. But don't turn up to PCA miles. And look, see if you've lost loads of weight.
Well done.
Fair fucks to you. That's fucking awesome. But there are classes for that, there are criterias for that, and there are federations for that.
Absolutely.
Go and do those federations and those categories.
100%, man.
Like, go into the place that you fit. That's like me trying to squeeze my way into a category that I'm not. Like, if I try and do men's physique, I'm fucking humped. I'm not going to get rewarded for that. I'm going to look like
you're literally like reverse men's
I'm
physique.
the anti-men's physique.
You're literally rigged to men's physique.
Reverse men's physique.
Like, don't do the classes that you don't fit in.
100%.
And also, don't do that show if it's not...
You're not the standard yet.
Yeah, if you're not there yet. Like, bodybuilding is a journey that takes so fucking long, as we all know.
Yep.
It's like, do what is right for you at that time. Do a photo shoot first.
And it's so much more rewarding. Like,
Yeah.
I was speaking to Joanna about this, and see when you win a class, mate, there's no feeling like it. It's just
I have
this,
no
like,
fucking idea.
It's just like pure elation. This like just like you can't. It's ridiculous, and that's what you chase it. And you're never gonna feel like that without the sacrifice
100%.
or the work behind it. And so few people feel that. But see, when you experience that for the first fucking time, mate, nothing
compares.
Nothing. You know what I mean?
I do think...
Because of all the work that's been in behind it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And not just about through the actual prep itself, off-seasons, fucking force feeding,
Every single session, you need to be thinking, I'm doing this for the bigger picture. Like, this is all for the greater good here. You know, even though it's going to be 6, 12, 18, 24 months down the line, you know, just like probably what you've been thinking, what I've been
5
thinking,
years.
what you're probably thinking as well. Like, it's about making an impact at that point. It's delayed gratification, and that fucking sensation is unmatchable. Unmatchable. And visualize it, seeing it and happening, mate. It generates this internal shift and internal confidence that you cannot replicate elsewhere. And it's not something that anyone can give you. You have to earn it.
No, that's it.
100%. And the thing is, we call it an off-season, but it's not like in football when it's an off-season.
Season, dude.
It's improvement season. Come on.
Slay season.
Slay season. Hell yeah. But it's not off.
No,
Like,
at all.
you're not like, oh, now I only eat 2 meals a day.
No.
Like, now I only go to the gym
You need
once
to
a
be
week.
just as locked in if you want to squeeze the most
It's
out
like,
of it, man.
I do think you can relax. Like, you can have a meal once a week with your partner.
I
You
call
can,
it like the phase of a little bit of leniency. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can have that little bit more relaxed
that's really got a
approach.
nice ring to it. The phase of a little bit of leniency.
The phase of leniency.
should-
No
you-
bulk, no off-season, no
should trademark
improvement
that.
phase. That with me, because it's a little bit, brings a little bit more leniency.
But I do think you need to...
I ate a fucking ice cream burger last night, and I'm in my
the
off-season.
toilet's just fucking seen it as well.
That's still in. Hopefully the body's absorbed it.
I'm
Which,
sure.
by the way, was tremendous. But
That was
Anyway, you were going to tell us a fucking funny story at Levels before you went. And
no,
went for
well, the
that
funny
fish.
story wasn't at Levels. I'll touch on Levels. Levels is fucking tremendous. I'm sorry, but it's generally, I don't want to leave the place when I'm in there. It's like a time warp. I walk in, and I'm like, right, it could be like...
You should set up a wee office in there or something.
I don't know, man. I don't think I'd get shit done.
Too
Go
much.
at the door.
That's true, yeah.
Well, not really. The girls are managing it well. The managers, Kylie and Holly, running the show down there.
They're lovely.
They're so good. I couldn't ask for better people. People are walking, like, even my clients, like all my clients have joined and stuff like that, and they're like, mate, the place, the vibe, I don't want to leave the place, the atmosphere that's been created and stuff like that. It's tremendous. It's just such a I don't know if I was just thinking it because obviously I'm such a massive part of it. I was thinking, this place is amazing, but people are saying this to me. People are like, it just feels incredible being in there. So it's a beautiful place. And then when I'm there, I'm just like, I could go in at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Next thing I know, it's 6 o'clock at night, and I'm like, what the fuck? Just time flies when you're having fun.
I think when you're in a place that you're
like,
a
lot of supportive people as well.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of supportive people. It's amazing.
Like for you, it's like it's work, but it's not work because you like being sociable. You get to speak to all your clients.
So
if you're
cool.
speaking to your clients, then that's kind of work. But you like all your clients. So
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? There's like a nice balance.
It's just another tier of bringing your like dream into reality. Like this is, I wouldn't say this is like work, but you could argue that it is work.
You could still.
The fact, I mean, we can business expense stuff, right? Like we'll pay for this through the business, and I'll use miles and put that through the business. But at the same time, it's like we're just sitting here fucking waffling. You know what I mean?
Life is very good. But it's been amazing down there. So it has. It's been absolutely tremendous.
And you're talking about you know, kit's going to be coming in, and you're going to be ordering stuff in.
So there's going to be a revamp. There always was going to be. Do you know what I mean? The kit that we've obviously got there, which is brilliant. Everybody's happy with it.
It's still good kit.
If it's brilliant, do you know what I mean? People, there's been a lot of talk about if your kit's not branded, it will do a detriment to your members' goals. Hilarious. So physics is taken out of the equation. Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't lift a weight and it doesn't stimulate the muscle unless it says Cybex on the machine. But that's the thing, big transition coming. Me and my business partner Kev, we have got the gym's going to look completely different, and that's the thing, we've just opened. No gym really opens its door and looks like that from the get-go.
Most people's gyms start in a shoebox. They start in a shoebox with some cables and a barbell.
But as soon as they get a wee bit of maybe brandy kit in, they tend to forget that. Do you know what I mean?
Because you've started in a fucking enormous space with kit that fucking works.
Mate, I was in there with Ben's shoot, and I was like speaking to the girls, and I was just shouting. Like, this place is fucking huge.
It's brilliant. So that's what people love about it as well. The majority of people coming there are like, it's brilliant, it's so open space. Do you know what I mean? There's people who have maybe had like
you can train in peace,
mate. I've never been able to do that in any gym.
That was
so
like I'll be really honest with you. I'm always very transparent with Calvin, and I know you appreciate it.
You know, 100%, but like
that was a concern for me. Is are your sessions are interrupted? Is it going to be stop start? And you said it's not been, man. You said that you put your headphones on,
unbelievable,
cap on, you fucking go to the other side of the gym, you crack on. People are respectful.
It's amazing. So it's so good, man. And then after the session, I'll chat with people and stuff like that. But definitely, I've never been trained at JP's when I had clients there. Like my full session, I'd be pretty much talking. When I've trained at other gyms and stuff like that, it's like I could be in the gym for like 3.5, 4 hours.
I'm the same at warehouse.
You will be.
I mean, the same way. It's a tight space.
Yeah.
You have to go past reception. There's always people at reception. And look, I like chatting to folks. So we don't get much time to socialise when we're sat behind our computer all day. So it's nice to go out, and the only fucking person I speak to doesn't speak back is the dog.
The dog.
Like, why are you not fucking speaking to me? Fucking prick. Fucks off through the bedroom. It's like fucking bell end. But it's like, that's not. It's nice, but at the same time, like, we want to go in and have productive training sessions. Do you know what I mean?
Like, online coaching is pretty much it's a lonely game, isn't it? You're sat talking to a screen all day, obviously kind of helping people with their problems and issues and whatnot, and then after it, you're so mentally drained, man. You're sat there like, I've just gave everybody who I've checked in today all the fucking energy in the world, and now I feel.
What do you think about people that like prioritize themselves first and do like check-ins at night?
Could not do it. It gives me anxiety.
Business that you're running,
a business. Yeah. Like, it gives me anxiety knowing I can't get to last Friday morning, I had Kylie's photo shoot. I actually had 2 photo shoots on Friday morning. I got like 7 or 8 check-ins done. Then I had to go to the photo shoot for my first client, who was a head teacher. He smashed it, but I couldn't post any pictures of him because he's a head teacher. But the guy looked insane. Shout out you know who you are, brother. He looked absolutely incredible. And then I knew I had check-ins there. Kylie's photo shoot was at 12 down the gym, so I had a look at her, jumped back down, got another few check-ins done, and it was just like butterflies in my stomach.
It's stressful, man.
I'm like, I need to get that person.
Yeah, I get a bit back
panicky. In my throat. I'm like, I need
it's
to
horrible,
get work
man.
done.
And I think there's obviously times where, like, you know, if you are traveling and you are going, like, it has to be done. There's no doubt,
man.
Like, when I was trying to get my back sorted, I was fucking on the phone to people. I'm going for appointments. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like, I had to push the check-ins later on in the day.
You've got
but
to.
Like, I'm not going to go to the gym until at least that part of my work is done for the day.
Absolutely, man.
Personally, that's the way I have it ordered. I'm sure you guys are probably the exact same. Prep clients as soon as my eyes open. If they're checked in, done.
I'll sometimes reply to them. I'm taking a shit in the morning. I'll just sit on my phone.
I'm just like, this is what needs to be done. 100%. Then it's
shutting away, like
then it's dieting clients.
Yeah.
Then it's
Offseason.
maybe just starting dieting clients,
Aye.
and then it's off season. Like
Typical same.
that to me is, and then it's my stuff. Then it's
Aye.
training, cardio, steps, whatever.
Like
it is.
Taylor says, it's a fucking business, man. Like, these people are paying for a service,
Yeah.
and then they'll notice it. They'll see it straight away. They'll maybe it's their first coaching experience coming with you. Maybe they'll finish. They've achieved their goals with you. And they'll maybe go to another coach. That other coach might do check in at fucking night time or the next day or whatever, and they'll go, hold on a minute, man. I've experienced what a true
People need
service
to
is
remember
like.
as well, like the price of coaching,
It's
what
not-
compared to what it was, it's going up and up and up. Like
It's
for
not cheap.
a good coach these days, minimum £200 a month.
Yeah,
Then
definitely.
you're looking at the kind of higher level ones there, $350.
I mean,
You know,
I don't know if it's true if Cal Racetrick is charging $500 a month, but
I wouldn't be
like,
surprised if he charges $500 a month plus a cut of
Somebody
of
actually
wedding
said to me
bonus or something
yesterday, it
like
was, I think they said round about that ballpark, which I feel is completely fucking unjustified. I don't care.
that.
who you
A
are.
lot of his boys are just pure pros now, though. You
I
know,
know. It's still just
Callum
crazy.
is.
But I agree though for what they're
That's
doing.
I mean, I would never pay £500 a month for a coach.
Aye. And I guarantee
There's
we're
no way.
putting more effort and time into our clients who are maybe majority lifestyle
100%.
few athletes than he is to. No disrespect, things amazing. I've learned a hell of a lot from him.
that was why I left Martin.
Aye.
Because like I'm paying all this money for just another repeat job.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I would never do this to my clients, and I'm like
Yep.
an aspiring. I want to do fucking well, mate. I want to be like equipped with everything I possibly can.
Yeah.
Not a wishy-washy, roll the dice,
No,
do
fuck
this
that.
because that's what I get everyone else to do.
No way.
Do you know what I mean?
To hell with that, man.
And I want to learn as well. Like I try and soak up absolutely everything I've got because I've worked with so many different coaches. Well, not heaps of coaches. I think maybe like 5 or something over the after a 7-8 year bodybuilding stint. I've been able to like soak up little bits and bobs from each of them, even from like you two. There'll be little pockets that we'll pick up and carry forward that ultimately, you know, will
100%.
take
That's
to the
why
next
you
point.
invest in. That's why I invested in you as well. Obviously, I went to Tom and I was like, right, let's see what this $350 a month is all about. What am I paying for here? I'm going to learn a world of knowledge. Come to find out, I'm learning nothing. He's telling me what to do, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Quick, and I was just like, right, well, I want to learn here.
I say
which
to
I've
my,
obviously
I
took
say
for
to my
you.
clients, I'm like, look, if you want me to not explain things and just tell you what
Yeah.
to do, I'm more than happy to.
And there is
but
people
if
that-
you want me to explain, I will always have a reason for any decision that I've made. So please just ask.
Because a lot of clients, they don't give a shit
No, they
as
don't
to
care.
why you're doing these things.
Mate, I've got guys that
They're
work.
like, tell me what I mean.
They're like, they work offshore, or they
Aye,
work
they
in
don't give a
fucking
shit.
factories, or they're just busy cunts, and they're like, look, I don't need to know about muscle protein synthesis. I don't fucking care. Just fucking tell me what to do, and I'll do it. Whereas I've got other people that are maybe aspiring coaches,
Yep,
or
and they
they,
wanna learn.
like details, and I'm like, so the reason I'm doing this is because of this.
Aye.
If the reason I've added this in is because of this.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Absolutely.
Is there anything you don't
And some
understand?
clients actually find that information overwhelming.
Yeah, yeah.
Aye, they
They
do,
get
man.
some anxious and
It's too-
stressed.
aye.
And again, this is like
Too
part
much.
of being a good coach is knowing who needs what.
Yep.
It's a personal service at the end of the day.
Absolutely,
Innit?
man.
It's not
Absolutely.
like Netflix.
Aye.
We sign up and you all get the same program.
It does piss me off when people are sending check-ins like 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. Like I personally speaking, the latest that I will ever get check-ins through is going to be like 2 p.m. There's
Aye.
obviously the odd time, but I always try and make a point to communicate, let them know what's happening.
Aye.
For example, pre-Wigan, I was up at 4:30, 20 check-ins boxed off before leaving.
Yeah, I got all my check-ins
Noel,
done.
if you're listening to this, you fucking missed the group chat. You checked in late. I was stressing my tits out, ripping it to service stations to get back to you. Ears whole, but we're all fine and well.
No hell.
Yeah, I got all my check-ins done before. I was like, right, before I hit the road, I need to just get these done so that they're...
You need to, man. You
boxed
can't
off.
think
Even in the
straight or
car, like
anything.
I said to Joanna's mum was talking away, bless her, and I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. Could like see before we get in the road, can I just reply to all these voice
Aye.
notes?
You need to wipe them off, man.
Just 45 minutes of me just straight waffling.
Yep.
Joey put her headphones on, Andrew put her headphones on. I felt rude as hell, but like I know that
Your work doesn't stop just because
Yeah.
you're on the road.
I know,
Our work, I mean,
or because I've got 9 points.
also that.
I really care that much, guys.
There are exceptions.
He's there for the
where I'm
service,
like,
yeah, with a license.
I think there are exceptions. Well, yesterday, like when I'm at Nick's show, like I'm not really replying to messages that are like,
Yeah.
you know, sorry, I ran out of
And
potatoes.
it's the weekend, man.
Do you know what I mean? That's the
Aye.
weekend, so it's like the contact's a little bit less anyway.
It's less safety.
But like, people know where your priorities are. Like, if someone's on prep, like they're first. Like,
Absolutely.
Like arse crack of dawn. And if you're at a show with them, that's the priority. Like, I'll get back to you as and when I can.
I generally think it all comes, everything that we've been talking about, right, is just like expectation management. It's like, this is what I'm going to give you. This is what I expect in return. I'm going to do my best to work out your inner workings. And I do think in this game is a little bit of give and take, man.
There's got to be.
Again, I will always deliver 100%, much like the two of you. But like, see if a client is that bit just giving me that back, bro, it gets me fucking rockard. You know, and I want to take
beautiful.
care
If
of absolutely everything.
Yeah, if a client's giving me 100%, like you give 100. You're like,
absolutely.
I'm in. Like this journey, I'm fucking, I'm totally invested. But then when clients are fucking half-arsing it, like, you don't. You're like, well, there's check-ins. What's going to be wrong?
It takes the enjoyment out of your job. See, when people are half-arsing it, they're not sticking to stuff, and there's so much margin to improve there, and as well. Previously, you'd maybe question the fact, is it a me thing? But then when you obviously get so many people into shape, you're good at your job, then you can directly put it to them and go, this is fucking very unenjoyable. This is taking the enjoyment out of my job.
Matt Strong always said this to me. He was like, you should always look at yourself first, though.
Yeah.
Like, you should always go, is it something I'm doing?
Yeah.
And you look internally and you go, am I communicating this properly? Am I
like a checklist?
Yeah. Have I told them what to do, when to do it? Have I explained this properly? Is my process streamlined enough that this should make sense?
Yeah.
If you can tick all of those boxes, then it's a them problem. And you go, right, you need to improve here because I'm doing my best. You're not doing your part. Do better.
And even actually like vocalizing that.
Yeah.
I'm telling them.
I used to not call people out when I thought they weren't sticking to a plan. I used to be like, oh, strange that things aren't moving. Now I'll just be like, look, I'm going to be totally straight with you here. I don't think you're doing what I'm telling you to do. Right? And you can tell me I'm wrong, and that's fine. But I've got enough skin in the game that I feel like you're not doing what I'm telling you to do. So we either buck up our fucking ideas or this is a waste of time.
I really enjoy playing the blood work card.
Mate, this is brilliant. Have you ever start losing weight? They instantly start losing weight.
I'm like, I'm a little bit concerned here.
Your thyroid might be
potentially something wrong with your thyroid, maybe the sex hormones. I am really, really worried here because based on this caloric set point, like, come on to fuck, bro. You're 150 fucking kilos, eating 2,000 calories.
Bro, that's
and you're not losing fucking weight. Do I look like an idiot?
At what?
Do I have a fucking handle coming out the side of my head? Am I a mug?
I was actually talking to Anton.
But have you played the screen time game?
What's the screen time one?
Oh, I don't have time for my cardio. I don't have time for my steps. Go and send me your screen time.
Aye.
Just send me a wee screenshot of what your screen time is.
That's good.
I've done that with a couple of people, and it's fucking. Well, you see, because of my work, I sit on Instagram and toss it off, and I'm fucking, it's just, and I'm like, no, I'm like, your fucking screen time's 8 hours a day.
I've done that with the cardio and stuff like that. Show me your data on your Apple Watch or your Oura Ring. Let me see if you're doing your cardio, if you're doing your steps. Show me that. I want to see the data in there. Do you know what I mean?
I've only had to play that card a couple of times, but when I play it, I'm like, yeah, I've found the fun. Because it's also like, well, if I see your screen time, I'll see whether you've been on Outlook or whether you've been on TikTok.
Aye.
So,
aye.
Let's see. And you're telling me, I don't have 30 minutes to do cardio twice a week. You don't have an hour every week to do cardio.
9 times out of 10, when you call them out in the bullshit as well, all of a sudden, magically, the body starts responding. Do you know what I mean?
Or they fuck off.
Or they fuck off.
I've had a couple. Do you remember when we were in Glasgow? We were out for sushi. And on the way to like going out for sushi, I'd fucking went through one of my old clients. I was like, look, you are pricking about. I was like, you're moaning about a diet. You've been dieting for about 4 weeks. You've got about 10 kilos of fat to lose before we're even at an acceptable point to go up. You're either going to do this or you're not. And at this point, bearing in mind, I didn't have the clients I had now. So I was taking a bit of a risk because like this guy could leave. About an hour later, he's like, yeah, I don't think coaching's for me. I was like, cool, man. That's fine. I was like, because we've spent way too long spinning our wheels here. This probably makes me sound like an absolute arsehole.
No.
I'm not trying to be a total dick, but like, I want you, all of us want the best for the people that pay us fucking money. I want you to feel fucking amazing. I want you to look amazing. But if you don't want that for you, then I can't fucking do anything. I can't do shit. And I feel like I don't want to just take people's money for the sake of taking people's money.
Mate, I hate it. I'm like, take your money, and if you're not going to give me it, do you know what I mean? I'll give you everything.
Five Guys.
Aye, just phone me when you want me, man. Like, because you're ruining. I see what it does to me, and then it can impact other check-ins over the course of the morning when you get an absolute shitter, and you're just like, why are you doing this to me, man? And don't get me wrong, I'll go 6, 7, 8, I'll even up to 10 weeks with people and try my best to get the most out of them. But if they're not showing it by then, I'm just like, do you know what, man? You're getting a 2-second check-in response. I can't be bothered with it. Because what's the point of me giving time to you if you're no? Do you know what I mean?
It's not hard. People need to remember, right? They're fucking eating anyway. They're going out and moving anyway. They're probably going to the gym anyway.
They're doing it.
Just stick to the fucking plan and get the results.
But see if the plan is not manageable, you also just have to communicate that. Like if it's truly not manageable,
is there anything I can do?
Don't be like, oh well, he's given me 5 meals, but I really am struggling for time. And I cannot eat 5 meals.
Tell me.
It's an easy solve.
I've got fucking hairy balls, not crystal ones. I don't fucking know if you don't fucking tell me. Do you know what I mean? So like, talk to us. tell anyone that's working with any of us, we're not going to fucking bite your head off by saying, I can't eat 5 meals, can I move it to 4? It'll be fine. Like, it's not a big deal.
We're here to help these people.
We are. I think for the next podcast, do you think we should maybe get some questions?
We need to. I was going to fire one up last night, but I was fucking out.
I forgot with all the fucking traveling and
the past 4 hours been a bit mental.
But I do think that we've got another one booked in for another couple of weeks, so we've got it on lock for you. We're busy motherfuckers, but we've got it locked down.
There'll be a little bit more. I know we'll just kind of general chit chat.
I'm actually surprised we've actually made it this far with this much of a flow like conversation.
I feel like I've picked up a little bit.
You have, man. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what? Gio does the mountain mindset.
I quite like his stuff.
He's lovely, man.
They're in the studio till like 11:30 at night. They're going and getting. They're all trained at levels, so they're nicest fucking people.
Are they?
Nicest people. Him, Ricardo, Big Dale.
Is that about massive black guy?
Mate,
he's fucking huge.
Bro,
Who the fuck is Mark Henry?
Pro, the nicest fucking guy in the world you've ever met. He comes, Calvin, you're such a great guy. And all this. He's so nice, man. They all are. They're fucking absolutely brand new. Now, don't get me wrong. They've got that intimidating bodybuilders. If you see them, they're like meatheads, man. They're fucking just the nicest people. They'll sit, chat with the girls at the desk and stuff like that. Big Dale, but he is, honestly, mate, he's like one of the most inspirational people I've ever spoken to. Like the way he talks and all that.
Is that outside of me?
Outside of you, of course. You come number one. But you leave feeling pure motivated, inspired. Do you know what I mean? I was like the other day, I'm not under the illusion that I'm going to turn pro, I'll focus on the gym, I'll be a good coach, I'll see what I can do in bodybuilding, stuff like that. And then he walked away, and then he came back in the next day, and he went, Calvin, I need to speak to you. And I was like, as he went, I was sitting last night, and this really got to me, so it really got to me. Don't ever fucking put yourself down. He's like, you can do what you want and all this stuff, and I started hitting me with it, and I was like, this guy's amazing. I should leave with goosebumps. But my ex-IFBB pro, like, it was fucking big time in Scotland back in, like, the 90s and stuff like that. Monster of a human. And the nicest guy. They all are. But they fucking get takeaways into the studio, stop and all that, and then work till like 11:30 at night. Joe was like, it's not good enough, he's never putting in more effort.
So he said to me, I see him and he said the exact same thing.
And he's
right, he's absolutely right.
But I obviously busy. But
just need to get this big baldy bastard to fucking move down here.
Oh, we're looking at houses today.
They are. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Come on.
Look, I'm not like we're looking at houses just to get an idea. Like it's not like because we've got to sell our flat. Got to get rid of the flat. If anyone wants a flat, let me know in Aberdeen. Just come by it. So.
Taylor 10.
It's actually a beautiful flat as well.
It's a nice flat, isn't it?
Nice.
It's a really nice flat. It's
like looking stone.
You fucking shut your puss.
It's a bit minky.
Oh, where you go?
He's even got fucking lampshades, man. He's been there for like 3 years.
It's because we knew it was just a wee stop. Do you know what I mean?
Lucky I don't even get bedding, man.
Bro, I don't have room.
I just get put on the floor beside Cooper.
Oh, fuck.
He has to sleep under Cooper's bed. That's what I'm talking about. But no, we're going to go and look at a couple of houses today.
In Glasgow?
Aye.
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is great news.
So we'll see.
All more reason to support this podcast and monetize it so Blair can move through.
No, because then Taylor will just steal the money because it's on his YouTube.
No, guys, come on.
As if he fucking needs any more.
Well, here, let me tell you this, by the way, just quickly before we wrap up here. So, fucking Channel 5 approached me and Lindsay. They actually wrote an email to the gym saying, hello, Calvin, and Lindsay. Fucking mental. What's the name of the show called again? I can't remember. You don't know exactly what it is.
The biggest attraction.
The biggest naked attraction. It's a fucking the wedding program. Do you know you swap lives with people?
Yeah.
And you've got like this wedding budget. But like we really want you to do it. We've looking on your Instagram stuff like that. We think you are perfect for this. The two of you.
So you have to pump someone else.
So basically I need to go with somebody else, which I'm up for. Lindsay said she's not, but I'm only kidding on. It's definitely not that. So you switch lives with people, and it's like somebody gets the kind of richer person's budget. We're obviously
which one are you?
Sure, I fucking no money, so I'm definitely on the poor side. But it's like you get a budget and you get married and all that stuff on TV. And do you know, see if we had the time, I was like, Lindsay, there's obviously a fucking the potential of getting maybe portrayed to be somebody else on TV because they'll show you what they want to show you. Do you know that way?
Yeah.
Don't want to be made out.
I think it's impossible for I think it's impossible for Calvin to look like a dickhead in that situation. Though. I really would struggle. I genuinely would struggle. I understand that, but for you, for some reason,
it's hard to paint. I think it'd be hard to paint you in a bad light. Like it'd be easy to probably paint me or him in a bad light. But you, I just don't think it's possible to be honest.
I'm just happy.
But I definitely, I mean, that's the kind of thing I'd be like, could I even be fucking arsed?
That's exactly what I said. Lindsay, we've not got the time, man. Like,
why? Where are you going to fit that in between 20 check-ins a day, running a gym?
It's not happening.
Like, where's that happening?
It's not happening.
You know what I mean?
I just thought it was cool anyway, so it was. But
that is
the girl won't leave us alone.
I feel like you'd really suit Love Island, though.
Hell no.
I feel like you would.
Nah, definitely not. No,
I think it's probably just the tan
Maybe.
skin, to be fair.
Tan skin and
You look good in Casa Amor.
the
though,
anabolic
you know what I mean?
use Casa Amor.
You look good, man.
Is that the? Is that
Just see
the?
for a chat, bro.
That's the thing me I brought into the fucking.
Can we go to the fire
Actually, for
pit, bro?
chance
Can we
we
go to the fire pit?
The old fucking God Almighty, that program makes me cringe.
Sweet.
Why did I fucking
It's
must
so
have
set
watched
up,
it 4 or
man.
5 years ago?
See Big Brother, remember Big Brother when it first came out?
Oh,
that
God.
was brilliant. That was fucking brilliant, man.
Geordie Shore was great, man. Big guys
Geordie Shore
plugging
was
all the
wild.
birds.
that was wild, wasn't it?
Geordie Shore with Jersey Shore.
Jersey
with
Shore, and
fucking
then it was
fist
Geordie
bump,
Shore.
push up
Why?
chapstick. Fucking
Crazy.
the goats, man. The goats.
There was some proper shite TV. I mean, there probably still is now. And we just don't watch it. But
Don't fucking watch that shit.
I don't remember the last time I watched anything like that.
Brain rot.
I know.
I know. Well, boys,
Shall we say sayonara, hasta luego, hasta
Hasta luego.
mañana? See you in a couple of weeks.
Hasta la vista.
yeah, thank you again
Hasta
to
la vista,
Bulletproof.
baby.
Thank you again to Pit Stop. Thanks again to the boys, and thanks for watching.
Let's all go for independent naps.
Yeah. Independent. Can we not all go for naps together?
Well, I was going to say that, and then someone's going to be, I know.
Yeah,
No, I
we're
know,
heading
that's
we're heading to
some
Palma for a nap. Come on, the boys.
Peace.
Peace and love.
Thank you.